Hello everybody, Conquistadum here. Want to bring to the world another combined oracle session of tarot and the runes. I'd like to say that I found a tarot deck that I absolutely love. I thought I was done with tarot, and then I found out about Runic Tarot, available from Llewellyn, and it is just the bee's knees. If you are into the runes, and maybe you've dabbled in tarot, which would be my case, this is a very complete product. So let me show you guys something. So here's an example of a card from the Runic Tarot deck. Now this is absolutely beautiful. To me, I get lost in like the background details, the snowy landscapes, but this is the Nine of Swords, as you can see at the top. There are some runes at the bottom. One thing I love about this deck is it uses Anglo-Saxon runes, Elder Futhark, Armanen, and there's one other one, if I'm not mistaken. Each of the minor arcana suits has a different runic system. Now, what do these runes particularly mean, and what do they have to do with the image? I haven't actually taken the time to decipher that. I've thought upon it a little bit. It doesn't really make sense to me yet. Either as a word read aloud nor as the individual divinatory meanings of the runes. I haven't put a lot of thought into that. This reading is mostly about my take on the runes. But yes, all the cards have bind runes and runes on them and just beautiful, unique imagery. So, Nine of Swords, it's the Nightmare card, plain and simple. So I got this card this morning because in conjunction with the final quarter of the Strawberry Moon, I have a PDF on moon magic from the Embodied Mystery School, which has a recommended, I don't know, I use it as a journaling prompt, but I guess it could just be like a general question for yourself, and that is for each phase of the moon. And the one for the final quarter moon, the waning quarter moon, is what needs to be released. So then I'm working with, oh, of course I can't find it right now. Really? I've had it in my hand all gosh darn day. And now I can't find my amethyst. So I've been working with an amethyst stone. And amethyst is, among other things, all about peace. So what needs to be released in the name of peace was what I asked my tarot deck, and I drew the Nine of Swords. So then, that's obvious. But then I asked my runes, how can I release my fear? This is what my casting looked like. Okay, by the way, I found my amethyst over there. All right. So I got Isa, I got Kenaz, and then there was a rune on its side, which previously I had been ignoring in my readings. But as I learned from Tina K, you can go ahead and take a peek at what that might be to see about maybe a hidden influence on the situation or some aspect you hadn't thought of regarding the situation. So the thing that I found really interesting is that I thought about that for a little bit, and like for the first time in my rune work, just a completely intuitive interpretation popped into my brain where, yes, I've got a little cheat sheet and I decode the runes and I think about what they might mean, but look, also the runes were letters that basically stood for sound values. They were letters. So I suddenly looked at it as if they were the first letter of a couple different words, and I got introspection for Isa, control for Kenaz, right? So you observe and analyze the fact that you're afraid. You maintain control, which control, the definition of control is something like exercising authority over. So like it's okay to be afraid, but you're still in charge, not your fear. And then because I had to take a look at that hidden rune, that made me realize, oh my gosh, there it is. We need to be aware of the fact that often, whether dealing with fear or anger, there is some hidden cause within us. There's a hidden influence. By the way, fehu, right, doesn't necessarily mean money. It means energy. So there is some hidden energy at play, and I'm talking like spiritually or psychologically within ourselves. So the very way that I read these runes indicates the process of how we release fear. Introspection, observe and analyze it. Control, exercise authority over it. And be aware that there is some other element that is causing this feeling, something that we're not looking at, most likely. Okay, there you go. Runes with Conquistadum. Bye.